Okay, we ready?
Well, good morning. I hope you're doing well. We are back in Middle Earth, and last time Miss Medrielle came upon this camp, and these gentlemen are worried about the oathbreakers that are hanging around the area. So we're going to go, scout and see what's going on here. And hello, random person. I hope you're having fun. I was going to say, that does not look like a mob. It isn't, but it is definitely some scorn we're going to pick up. So here we have some oathbreakers. And we're going to take care of a few of them. Ah. Okay. Not close enough. I have to remember to get closer to use that. Or wait until the mobs mob me. Oathbreakers seem to have a lot of champions. Okay. I don't know, but you don't seem to be responding to me. I get the feeling we should probably keep that one in mind. A named mob that does not respond usually means we'll be talking to them later. So what went on here that there are so many oathbreakers? As you approach the nearby oathbreakers, you hear the voice of a man coming from somewhere.
Our mission is dire.
Edmore sent you. We have little time for introductions. I, along with another scout, were sent to observe the shades and discover their origins. I think we found ourselves out of position. The oathbreakers are needlessly violent. I was chased away this morning when I moved closer. They wear a white tree, such as the men of Gondor, but how can that be? That is a matter for another time. I do not know what brings you to Parth Celebrant, but if Edmore sent you, you must be willing to help. Please, scout the camps to the east and west of Edmore's camp. We need to know how many of these spirits we're dealing with.
Will you aid the Rohirrim?
Every attempt I have made to converse with these oathbreakers has ended in violence. These men must have committed some sort of treacherous crime, else they would not have returned. Most have nothing coherent to say, but I have heard the whispers of three names: Melithron, Venus, and Kemlan. Perhaps they may have insight as to why their men have returned. I've never been able to get close enough to speak to them, so you will probably have to fight your way to them. Be careful. Gee. And perhaps that would be the one we were just looking at a minute ago. At least one of them is. Excuse me. As you acquire the Oathbreaker's attention, he glares in your direction. Another. Why will you not leave us be? Melithron's face contorts in a rage. The might of Gondor shall fall upon you. Confront and defeat Venus. So, yeah, there's something holding them there. And I don't know if they even realize that they're not fighting the right side. I really don't think they are aware at all. It really feels like there's something going on. clearly, like he said, they did some great evil, or they would not have returned as oathbreakers. This guy is well guarded. Alright, let's get rid of a few guys here. As you scout these camps, notice a moderately sized force. Upon noticing you, the Oathbreaker appears puzzled. I am Venice, captain of the Eastern Front. What purpose do you have coming here? You questioned the Oathbreaker about his curse. We did not think anyone would find out, but Lord Kirion did, and he made certain we would never forget what we had done. What need have you for this? Do you only seek to torment us more? There is no hope for us, only agony. So, whatever they did, it was bad enough for them to get cursed for it. There's that camp. Could turn that one quest in, but we'll hold off because we have another Oathbreaker to talk to. Ooh, another rich Kalinor's Karn. Well, I am certainly not turning it down. Of course, that means Miss Medrielle needs to get off her fancy little butt and start, I don't know, crafting. You have discovered the field of Celebrant. And these guys, they seem to think they're still in battle. So they really do not see. They're stuck in the past. So whatever they did, hopefully we will get more information from this guy here. As you approach Camlon, he looks visibly upset. You have invaded our lands and slaughtered my men, and yet you expect me to speak with you. The frivolity of your charge is matched only by your foolishness. The fate that befell us is ours alone to face. What right have you to dishonor the dead? And it says for both, talk to Edmar. Oh wait, but there is one more. We have another camp to scout. And since they're already dead, to scout the West Camp, you notice a white tree adorning the garb of the Oathbreakers. So, men of Gondor are Oathbreakers. So what could they have done that was bad enough to leave them cursed like this? Alright, I have returned.
Will you aid the Horse Lords?
A white tree. Both you and Medwine have seen this. I do not believe it. They must be men of Gondor. Why would they have returned? The battle fought on that field long ago was a victory that granted to our kindred all of Rohan. For what purpose would these spirits return? This is very puzzling, Medrielle. Give me a moment to consider our situation.
Will you aid the Horse Lords?
Thank you, Medrielle. While I'm not certain that these spirits will remain at rest, I know that any respite from their fate must bring them joy.
Our mission is dire.
I take it your dealings with the Oathbreakers did not go well. Yet one mentioned Kirion. These men must have fought for Gondor at the Battle of the Field of Celebrant. Long ago, our forebear, Errol, led Kirion to victory after arriving to save his forces from an onslaught of terrible Easterlings. It was a glorious moment in our past, and paved the way for the formation of Rohan. But how did these men come to be cursed? That battle was won, and Gondor was saved. Here, take this. I think we may need to approach this differently now.
Our success depends upon our strength.
I think I have a plan. You have been of great aid thus far, and you should be the one to take upon this charge. They must have a leader nestled deep within their forces. Judging by the size of the force, I would guess that he lurks among the spirits of his men to the west. Here, take this. Assemble my people. Hopefully he can recall the battle and remember that the horsemen of the north once saved his people from certain defeat. Find out what he knows of the curse and why his men have returned if you can. I can only hope he has more to say than the others. Yeah, I hope so too. And hopefully it's not with trying to shove a sword through my heart. You know? Like all his men are trying to do. We need to find the leader. Or a leader. Or a clue, at the very least. You notice a skull impaled and pinned to a nearby tree. A wave of dread passes over you. Talk to the Shade Captain. Why have you come, outsider? Do you two seek to pillar the lost niches of the field, or are you just here to revel in my anguish? No matter. Any conflict between you and me is without cause. If you strike me down, I shall always return until I atone for my actions. If I strike you down, your journey ends. Nothing is accomplished for either of us should this turn to violence. Know this. I seek redemption, for it was my actions that brought this terrible curse upon us, and my actions that betrayed my lord Kirion in his time of need. I see that sickle you hold, and I know the men who have sent you. You may learn of my curse in time, but first there are enemies among us that need to be dealt with. The fate that befell me and my men is more frightful than any the living can imagine. The decision I made that day long past will haunt me for however long I remain in this realm. I can no longer control my men. That much is clear to me. Our once strong force is broken, most of them driven mad by the passing of the years, while others still foolishly revel in the riches that cursed us. To the south, British men have gathered and seek to pilfer the relics of this land. It disgusts me that they have remained mostly beneath the notice of your allies. Return to whomever sent you and alert them of their foolishness. Before you go, I have one more thing to ask of you. I have sent you to request the aid of the horse lords. Should they fail to move against these invaders, I demand that action be taken. These wicked men have invaded our land, and such indifference to their occupation is intolerable. Travel to the south and find them in their camp. Give them no quarter. So, he says that he did something terrible that has caused this curse. But at the same time, he's also pretty pissed off that there are brigands just casually hanging out. And he wants something done about it. Oh, and you apparently had something to say that I totally missed.
Our success depends upon our strength. Will you aid us?
If you have a moment, I would like a word with you. For my part, I have seen several brigands traveling by horse between Roshgar and Parth Celebrant. We cannot allow them to rally without any other forces. With any other forces they have outside the field, return to their camp in the southwest and frighten their horses. With enough luck, we will trap them on the field and have little trouble rounding up the stragglers. Okay, somebody has noticed.
Our mission is dire.
Edmure listens as you tell the tale of Duran and his cursed forces. So, he is aware of the brigands to the south. Interesting. We know of them, but our attempts to root them out have been fruitless as of yet. Perhaps it is time for us to take action against them. Thank you for bringing this to my attention. I am sure that this is not the last of our dealings with Duran and his men.
Our success depends upon our strength.
I believe it is time that we dealt with the brigands. They have been plaguing us for some time now, and recently they have amassed a sizable force. Turmoil within Standguard has prevented us from launching a proper assault on their camp, but you may be able to aid us in that regard. We know that they have been stealing a large number of relics from Parth Celebrant and bringing them to their camp south of here. I wager the oathbreakers have startled the brigands even more than they have us. There can be no better time to press the attack. I will send word to Standguard to gather more support. As for you, fight your way into their encampment and retrieve the relics. These men deserve no such treasure and will pay dearly for their crimes. Everything is now leading to, sounds like a brigand camp, where we get to go kill some brigands. And that would be the brigand camp right over there. You can just kind of make out the watchtowers. Oh, we don't want you here. Or at least the Rohan don't want you here. And I'm just going to take care of you because you are a poor starving dog, or wolf, which, unfortunately, felt probably on your last leg anyway. Forge bird. Excuse me. You have explored another division of the Great River. Ha ha ha. You're chasing off their horses. Well, the horse will be fine. Hopefully. Unless it runs into some starving wolf. Or a pack of them. I don't think one will do much. A pack of them, on the other hand, might be worrisome. We need to scare off 6 horses. Kissing. Excuse me. Hey. I have not heard that shout before. I wish she would use that more often. Whatever she said. It sounds more like something a high elf would say. Oh, hi. Hiding. Like we've collected some relics so far. Oh, there you are. If something was following me. Yeah, I really kind of wish she would just do that instead of the shouting. Because it's very unique to the High Elves. Oh, hello. Yeah, I saw you. I don't know how you thought you were hiding. Surprised there's nothing in here. Maybe there's nothing in here yet. So we've collected enough relics, but we do need another archer and another horse. apparently we've already chased off that horse. Oh, no, we're done. We've done everything. Okay. Little teeny tiny camp. Now, I would think if they were smart, they would put the tent a little closer to the rock.
Will you aid the horse lords?
The horses are driven off. Good. I will send word to Standguard to see if we cannot track a few down. Our stables have been very busy lately. I'm certain the brigands are realizing their folly by now.
Our mission is dire.
It goes without my saying, but thank you for ridding us of those brigands. It is most unusual that an oathbreaker would ask you to take action against anyone, much less someone deserving of our ire. Our work is not yet finished. We must make the field clear of these thieving roustabout.
What business have you?
Well done, Medrielle. While I'm certain that more relics are still missing, I am overjoyed to have these back in our hands. The history of Rohan is rich, and it is worth preserving. I will have these sent to Standguard. Thank you.
Our success depends upon our strength.
Medrielle, you have aided us well. Only one task remains. We must break their leadership. My men have heard talk of a brutal man named Lanford, who dwells deep within Horde's beard. He leads the brigands on raids into Celebrant, and is notorious for making certain that he gets his cut of the loot by any means necessary. We have heard whispers from his men recently. He's become very queer and often will no longer personally venture into Celebrant. We have no idea why. Journey to her... Okay. And I bet you that's that tent.
The Rohirrim will need your aid.
I have one last task for you, Medrielle. Even with the assault we have levied against the men, they remain entrenched. We cannot drive them out completely. Perhaps if their torches were used against them, we would be able to run them off. So he wants us to burn a few things. Okay, so back to the ruins we go, and we can see them actually much better now that the fog has lifted. And I owe a few of y'all an extra death or two. You've killed a character or two of mine over time. We need to go back in here, back to that big tent we saw, one that was empty. But you want to bet it won't be empty this time around. You know, you would think if these guys saw a high elf just kind of casually running in, they would probably think twice about confronting her. What are we burning anyway? Not even sure. I can put it down for the moment. We'll have to figure out what we're burning first. Yep, I was right. There he is. Oh, that's just a regular brigand. Ah, there you are. Okay. But perhaps this is something we can burn. Not. Pile of wood. Yeah. Ah! Got one of them. Ha! Food stars. What you want to bet that's food stars? Maybe not. I would have thought it was. Alright, let's get out of there. Drop the torch. Maybe that's the watchtower. Oh. So far we're batting 0. Woo. Oh, and there's the guy of the hour. What are you doing sneaking around my tent? Well, I just burned it. Does that count? So we need the guard tent and the food stars. Which apparently are on this side. One of them must be this. Hopefully. Hi, excuse me. Don't mind me. Just passing through. Alright, need to drop the torch. Because we can't do any attacking with the torch in our hand. Now, crowd control things. Ah, there we go. We cannot find these things. We will find these things. We only need 2 more things. That's the guard tat. Now we just need the food stars. Not in here. Well, that's a big old tent that doesn't have much anything in it. But we found the food stars. Alright, everything's done. Hello, horse. You're back already. What a little outcropping of rocks here. Alright, I had a little trouble finding a thing or two, but it's done.
Brings you to these lands.
It is done? Excellent. With so much of their camp burned to the ground, it should be very difficult for them to recover. You have done my people a great service this day.
Will you aid the horse lords?
Landsworth is no more. Good. Those brigands should be thrust into chaos without his leadership, as vicious as it was. Did you find anything of value among his keep? No, I didn't notice anything. Should I have? Check and make sure we didn't pick up any items for another quest. I did not. I bet you I was supposed to, though. I'll go back off screen and look again. And if I find anything, well, we'll continue next time. Until then, bye for now.